Hi folks, welcome to another episode of Free Gift Friday, where we bring you something for free on Fridays related to streamlining and optimizing your business. My name is Melanie McSally. I am the CEO and founder of WiseTribe, where we are a team of technology experts and strategists. Our mission is to make technology accessible by removing the three main barriers: time, knowledge, and money. We want to enable you to be able to welcome success no matter when it comes by putting the right infrastructure in place at the right time so you can scale no matter when that success knocks on your door. Like I said, my name is Melanie McSally. I am your profit optimization and technology expert. And today, I want to first say that I hope you all had an amazing American Thanksgiving where we celebrate thanks and giving. So I hope that you had a wonderful day with your family, friends, loved ones, whether it be in person or virtual. I hope that you were able to take a moment to have gratitude for all the blessings that you have in your life and were able to share those with others. And then I hope that you were able to take advantage of Cyber Weekend and all the giving that went on so that you could really maximize your dollar, leverage it to go as far as humanly possible by paying less for things. Cyber Weekend was a great time to save lots of money, so I hope that you took advantage of that. And if you didn't, no worries. You may have missed out on some discounts, but there's still plenty to be had for the rest of December. So make sure that you are looking for those around every nook and cranny. One of the sites that I absolutely love is Honey, like as in the sugar, Honey. It is a plugin that you can plug into your browser, and wherever you browse, it will pop up a little message if it can save you money on that site. So I love using that because you don't have to do anything. It just tells you when it has savings for you. It's kind of like having Groupon watch what you're doing and then go and apply the Groupons for you without you ever having to go to the site. It's kind of like that. But it takes it one step further, and it's right there. It's watching what you're doing, and it's saying, hey, you're on a site that I can save you money on. So do you want those savings? And you just click a button and it applies those savings right then and there. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that you'll want to do is leverage your expertise with people in your network and their expertise. So for instance, you could barter for gifts. If you know that you have somebody in your family who's also a small business owner or who needs a service that one of your partners or friends or affiliates or customers, something that they do, refer them or barter services to be able to give that service as a gift to somebody in your network. So that's another way to save money on buying gifts for others. But what I really wanted to talk to you about today, this is actually a suggestion of a friend of mine who asked me to look into evaluating a brand new meeting tool that's coming out on the market. And this person had been asked to switch over to this new meeting tool to gain traction on it. So one thing that you have to note with meeting tools that you don't have to note with all software, it's not a requirement of all software, just it's specifically useful with meeting tools, is that the tool is more useful the more coverage of people using it. So you want to make things easy for people, right? People walk away, they turn away from using something if it's complicated or if it's if it's like a pain in the butt to use, right? And so one of the main things that could be a pain in the butt is if the people that are trying to attend your meeting, if they don't use the same tool as you. So the reason why Zoom and WebEx and other tools like that are so popular, Google Hangouts, so on and so forth, is because they already have a huge contingent of people that are already on them. So, so people are okay with using these tools because they're already on them. They don't have to educate a bunch of people on how to use the tool. So the difficulty in switching to a new meeting tool is that there's not a lot of people on it. So when do you make that leap? When do you go to a new meeting tool? Because let's face it, the meeting tools that are on the market right now, they're not perfect. Like, no software is perfect, but they're not perfect. There could be some significant enhancements to make them better. And so what you want to look for is the new tool that somebody is asking me to go to, does it have a clear differentiator that tells me that the benefits outweigh the costs? So if you are a person that hosts a lot of meetings, you need to ask yourself, do the features of this new meeting tool outweigh the fact that I'm going to have to teach my constituents, my audience, how to use this new tool? And if your audience is not tech savvy, or they're older, or they generally have trouble with using meeting software, then that increases the risk, right? It increases the pro-con, right? So it's like anything in life. You make a pro-con list. If the pros outweigh the cons, then go ahead and make the shift. But if the cons outweigh the pros, then don't make the shift unless you see a huge wave of people making the shift with you, like practically your whole network, okay? So the other thing, if it's not a differentiator, it needs to be a cost differentiator. So most of the meeting tools out there are already super inexpensive. So it's going to be hard for anybody to beat them on price. So I doubt that anybody new to the market is going to be able to beat the incumbents. Those are the people already well established in the field on price. So they're going to have to beat on functionality. However, if somebody says, I'll give it to you for a year for free, then you have to weigh that against the costs that it's going to cost you. Do you have to educate your audience on how to use the new tool? Do you know how to use the new tool? Does it have all the features that you want? And does it have features that you want to add to your portfolio? So even if it has huge differentiators, you need to ask yourself, are they features I care about? And are they features my network cares about? Because if the answer to those questions are no, then there's no reason for you to switch, because then the cost isn't better and the features aren't better. Just because they have more doesn't make them better. What matters is that there are features you want that clearly differentiate this software from that software. Now, you're in business. We tell you this about your own business. You need to be a differentiator than your competitors. The same thing holds true when you're evaluating software. If somebody comes to you and says, use this tool, switch to this tool, ask yourself, is it worth it? And the answer to that question is the pro list longer than the con list? And on your pro list has to be things that you care about. So price, functionality, ease of use, things like that. So hopefully that has been helpful to you, and whether or not you should make the shift to a new meeting software. The things that I see that need to come down the pipeline for meeting software, the things that are differentiators for me that would make me specifically want to switch, are when somebody figures out how to marry the gaming industry with the meeting space. So when we truly have a solution that's virtual reality in nature for meeting space, that allows us to have private conversations without taking away from the main presentation, that allows us to have 360 views of our neighbors around us, that allows us to be more relaxed and feel more like we're physically in a meeting space rather than just staring at the Brady Bunch screen. That's when I think we should all move to a new piece of software. So if that's you and you're developing something like that, shoot me an email or a text. I'm happy to evaluate and help you promote that. So I will put my contact information in the description because I would love to hear from you if you're developing that. Otherwise, here has been my advice on when to switch and when to stay, when to hold them, when to lose them, when to go to the elevate to the next level on software that you already have in your portfolio. And then also ask yourself, like, does this replace more than one thing? So am I saving on cost? Am I saving on time? Right? So if you're evaluating a piece of software that will allow you to have less infrastructure in your portfolio, take less time managing many pieces, but still gives you the flexibility to have the uptime that you need and so on and so forth, then that could be a good differentiator for you as well. So if you need help creating what that pro-con list should look like, what the template should look like, you can always reach out to us. We're happy to help. Again, this is what we do: integrate, automate, streamline, so that you can reach those maximum profits as straight and automatically as humanly possible. Hopefully this has been helpful to you. Once again, this has been an episode of Free Gift Friday, where we bring you something for free on Friday related to streamlining and optimizing your business. If you don't have meeting software yet and you need it, if you have a business Google account, you can use Meet, I think it's now called. They've changed their name a couple times. Otherwise, there is a free version of Zoom. It gives you 45 minutes of meeting time with 2 or more people, unlimited time if it's you and one person, I believe, or anyway, so there is a free version. It has limited access, but it's still a tool that you can use, and it's not super expensive if you need to upgrade to the paid version. So those are the tools that I use right now, and like I said, when somebody invents something that's a clear differentiator, bringing virtual reality and AI into the meeting space world, then I'll consider moving. But until then, staying right where I am. So, ciao. I hope you've enjoyed, and if you're inclined to share, please do so. We would like to give some free advice to as many people as we humanly can. Thank you, everyone, and have a fantastic weekend.